So this tutorial is for isometric drawing the basics if you have isometric graph paper, which looks like this. And you will need a pencil and an eraser. And you can use the eraser on your pencil if it's pretty good. But that's about it. That's all you need. First things first, put your name at the top. No name, no credit. Next, you're going to draw what's called an isometric compass. These are the lines you're allowed to draw on when you draw an isometric drawing. You can draw vertically, so draw a vertical line. You can go up or down. And then you can draw at angles, and you have to follow the lines on your paper. So draw an angled line up to the right, and draw an angled line up to the left. Should look like a snowflake. These are the lines you are allowed to draw on in isometric drawing. You can do vertical, you can do that angle, and you just draw right along the lines on your paper. What you're not allowed to draw in isometric drawing is a horizontal line. No horizontal lines. So let's start by drawing a cube. Remember, no horizontal lines. First, start by drawing a dot at one of the intersections. Then draw a Y shape. Remember, the lines you're allowed to draw are vertical and along the diagonal lines at that angle and along the diagonal lines at that angle. So draw yourself a Y shape. We're drawing a cube, and we've just drawn the corner that's closest to us. So your vertical line. Now, isometric means equal measurements. So if I drew a vertical line that's 3 triangles tall, then over to the right, I need to draw another vertical line, 3 triangles tall, and same on the left. Equal measures. And that's the height of my cube. Now, the depth of my cube needs to have the same measurement at the bottom as it does at the top. And the same with my length. Equal measurements. So now I need to draw the top of my cube. Remember, I can only draw on those angles. So drawing along the line, draw a line that's the same measurement. There and there. So here's my height, here's my depth, and here's my length. Now let's do something a little different. Let's draw a rectangular prism, which is like a rectangle version of my cube. I'm going to start with the same thing. On one of those intersections, I'm going to draw a dot, just like I did for my cube, and then draw a Y. So I'm drawing a vertical line along one of the lines of my paper. And for the top arm of my Y, I'm going to make it a little longer, but I'm still drawing at that angle. And I'm drawing a line to the left. So I have a Y, but it's a little lopsided. So that one's longer, but I'm still drawing only on the lines I'm allowed to draw on. So here's my height. If my height is that measurement, my height back here has to be the same measurement, the same number of triangles in measurement. And I draw a vertical line. Now I draw along those angles, following the lines on my paper. You just connect the bottom, and then you draw the top. Again, following along the lines. Always making sure that you're only drawing at those angles that are on your isometric compass. And you're just drawing along the lines on your paper. So you have the height, you have the depth, and then you have the length. There's your rectangular prism. So those have the same measurement. The height all have the same measurement. And the lines for your depth, they all have the same measurement. They're equal measure. So now let's get fancy. Let's learn how to stack forms on top of each other. So I'm going to basically put a shape on top of my rectangular prism. I'm going to start the same way. Go above my rectangular prism and draw a dot at an intersection. Draw a Y with a vertical line that comes down and arms that follow the lines of my paper for my height, my depth, and my length. And now, however, whatever measurement my height is there, I have the same measurement here and the same measurement there, same number of triangles. And then follow the lines of your paper to finish the sides and the top. Take your eraser, erase out where it overlaps, and there, you've stacked your forms. So you have one rectangular prism on top of another. Next, let's learn how to extend a form. So like we're going to put a leg coming down from this rectangular prism. So I'm going to start by drawing a vertical line down. Make sure you know how long that is. So count the triangles and make another vertical line the same measurement. So count how many triangles your first line is. Needs to be the same number of triangles for your second line. So that's where it ends. Same measurement. Now follow the lines. Remember, you can only draw on those lines in those directions. And make it look three-dimensional. Now connect it by erasing that line right there, and you've extended that form. You gave it a leg. Extending forms is really fun because you could just keep going. So like you can turn this into like a Z shape by extending the bottom however many triangles you want, but make sure you pay attention to that measurement. Do the same number of triangles there, connect them with the vertical. Make sure you're drawing along the same angles. Just follow the lines on your paper. So we want to erase right there to make it look like it's all one piece, but we've just extended it. Look how cool that is. I love extending shapes. So now we're going to have some fun, and I'm going to show you how to draw a shape with a tunnel going through it. So we're going to start by drawing a regular shape. Start with your dot, make your Y with a vertical line and arms at those angles, following the lines of your paper. However long that is, make another vertical line there. Same measurement, and then follow the lines at the angle. Watch your compass to make the bottom. And now to make the top, again, follow the lines on your paper. Always making sure you're drawing along the lines of your paper. So now we get to carve a tunnel out. So remember, you can only draw vertical or at those angles. That's it. So draw a vertical line and then draw an angled line for the top and another vertical line down. So now erase out from underneath it. There's your tunnel. But wait, there's more. To really make it look three-dimensional from there, follow that same angle on the lines of your paper and draw that line going into your tunnel. Look how cool that looks. The last thing we're going to learn how to do is how to attach forms. Like I want to add a form and attach it to the side of this shape I just drew. So I'm going to start over here and then extend it over so it touches. So start like normal, put a dot, make your Y shape, vertical lines, and now you're going to extend it all the way over, and your vertical line is going to connect to angled lines. That angle is going to go all the way over to attach. Add your verticals, make sure those are all equal measures. Watch your angles, draw along the lines, and then connect it at the top. I love drawing with isometric drawing paper because the lines are already there for you. It's really easy to follow. You kind of have to think in 3 dimensions, but that's it. All right, So we learned how to stack, we learned how to extend, we learned how to add tunnels and attach forms. There you go. Now do your own.